packages you've created need to be changed, you can select the package from the package name drop-down. We'll show you that in a moment to change anything necessary, or select Edit Package to change any of the package properties. We'll get through that once we get a few items picked here. And of course, all these items will be added to that saved package. And now once again, we'll go through the editing a package, if you would, there, Steph. So you can select the package that you'd like to edit, pull up the information, make any necessary changes. You decide that one item's not available, or all of a sudden it is available for that package, then you can make your changes here. Okay, and now we're going to go actually create a new contract. Now to start with this, you have to open a record that you want to create the contract for, obviously. The record has to be in standard mode to allow a contract to be generated. So once you're in the record, and as Stephanie's showing, it's a standard record, select the funeral service selector. If the record has no contracts, a window automatically appears to enter information about the contract. If you have already created a contract but would like to create a second one, you may click the Add New Quote button. Right now we're starting up a new one. Be sure to enter all the necessary information. The name can be whatever you see fit, whatever you want to call the contract. The type, at need or pre-need. The contract designation, whether it's an adult service, child service, welfare, etc. The payment due date, the discount amount if applicable, and the discount type, that can be in percentage or an actual dollar figure. Any notes that you want to add for internal purposes only. Additional tax information, applicable taxes. Check off all that apply. If no taxes appear, you may need to return to your contract management. The amount in trust, if necessary, due to a pre-need contract. The insurance company name, amount of insurance. If the insurance has been paid, check the box. The amount will be deducted from the balance due. Reason for embalming, if applicable. And cash disbursements, for which the funeral home has charged the family more as part of their service. All this information goes in here. And once you've got that all set up, obviously click the Save button. Now, as for the contract options, each contract has options that can be used. You can add a new quote if a second contract needs to be created for the same record. You can edit quote details, which returns to the initial property set. You can delete the quote if necessary, see what your pre-need to at-need difference is, and print the contract. Now you can go ahead and select the services and merchandise that the family has selected. Now, if the package has been purchased, simply select the package from the list. If nothing else needs to be added or removed from the package, you can move to the summary view and move on from there. If no package is to be selected, you can add the products and services individually by going down the list and selecting items from the menu on the left. Now, when a product is selected from the list, the price is entered in the catalog, or rather, the price entered in the catalog is going to be posted. And if necessary, you can change the quantity desired once you get to the summary view page. And if you need more info on the product, you can click on the More Info button you see there. You'll see the information come up in a separate window. Some merchandise may have customization options, which you'll be able to add from this window. If you can't find the product or service you want, you'll need to add it to your GPL in the price list. And note that the running total of the contract is displayed on the top right of the record. Now, this total doesn't include taxes, discounts, credits, etc. Now, once you're ready, you can view a summary by moving to the appropriate tab in the menu on the left, as we'll show you in just a moment. Should the family ask for a cash disbursement that's not available on the list, or it's not one of your usual cash disbursements, you can add it here by selecting Add Extra Item and filling in the required information. And now we'll move to the summary view. Once all the selections have been added to the quote, you can preview the contract by going to the summary view page, and from this screen you'll be able to show the family a summary of their choices. If the prices of any of the selections need to be modified, you can select Edit this quote. Once you've made the necessary changes, click the Update Quote button to save the information. And you can also preview the printable layout of the contract by going to the Contract View page, which we'll do in just a moment. There's your update quote. So we have the contract view. And here you're going to have the final billing options to choose from and edit if necessary. Now you see from the drop-down you have several options. Billing, here you will be allowed to select who will be added to the contract from list of family members previously entered in the family relationship section. You may split the balance due equally or as they request. If a new family member needs to be added, you can do so by clicking the Add Family in the bottom right. And you'll be taken to the same screen as the family relation page. So you save your information here. And the Add Social Services option, if the deceased had no estate or family in the state or county is going to be covering the cost of the funeral, the new payer can be added to the contract by selecting this option from the menu. You can add the name of the payer, the amount they'll be covering, and if necessary, the address. You also have the option for Family Share. Now, should the family members have specific items they'd like to pay for, you can select individual items and create separate contracts for each family member. For example, if Josephine's brother would like to pay for the casket only, you can select his name from the list and then go through the items available on the contract and check off the casket. This will create a separate contract and remove the casket from the original contract. And finally, our print option. Now, when you're ready to print out the contract for the family to sign, you can do so by selecting the print option. The system's going to generate a PDF of the contract, which will allow you to print onto a legal size sheet of paper, the 8.5 by 14. If you've created multiple contracts for family members, you will have to select each contract you want to print by selecting from the drop-down at the top of the screen, as you can see. And of course, you're going to need Adobe Acrobat Reader to view and print the document generated by the system. And if you don't have that, you can download a free version of the software by going to adobe.com. And that wraps up this webinar. If you have any questions, you can direct them to us here at support@frontrunnerpro.com. And reminder to be sure and check the Virtual Learning Center, as we're going to be adding more webinars and training videos on a very regular basis. Thank you for joining us again today. Have yourself a good one.